Hi guys, the music brought to you today was by Hook Sounds. They are a royalty-free music provider. All you have to do is just mention them in your video or mention them in the description, and it's pretty nice. You know, you get some nice songs. They do have premium content, of course, and I just love platforms like this. Like, I don't want to be copyright strike, so knowing that there's places where you get free music is always great. I'm not sponsored by them, but I thought you guys would want to hear the mention.
Hey guys, ASAP.ARTS here. So this is my review on two types of markers. I am using Artist Loft, which is exclusive for Michaels, and PrismaColor, which you could buy at almost any art store, including Dick Blick online. So my thing is, I love using markers. I've always used PrismaColor, and I find that compared to Copic, PrismaColor has like no leg to stand on when it comes to blending, when it comes to just making it look like you could make Copics look like watercolors. I've seen my friend CLR Arts do it on her artwork. I think she's also posting it on her channel. I'm not entirely sure about that. But I love what Copics can do. I do not like what the Copic price is. Nor there is one itty bitty qualm I have with Copics. It's not as vibrant as Prismacolor. So, as you can see on the screen right now, I am pretty much showing you guys the swatching. Now, this is Artist Loft you're seeing happen first. And Artist Loft has this beautiful array of colors. They surprised me when I first got them because I was just like, oh, let me see which is better, Artist Loft or Prismacolor. And originally it wasn't supposed to be Artist Loft. I was originally going to go with the Winsor and Newton alcohol markers, and to my very big surprise, the marker sets that you could pick from don't really have colors that are like shades and values of each other. So you could get the whole rainbow, but that's it. You bought the rainbow. You do not get an offshoot. Maybe you could do something with the blues and the greens, but I can't get the same level of depth unless I buy at least two more sets. So, as you can see here, the Artist Loft really does show. And I was playing with my settings because I didn't know what setting to do. I'm sorry, I'm a baby recorder. So, this is just me trying it out, showing you guys that, hey, Artist Loft can blend. They are an alcohol-based marker. They work very well. They blend together very well, and the color stands out very well, almost more than Prismacolor, I would say. It definitely stands out more than Copics. I do not feel like I have to have the same number of layers in Artist Loft that I have with that I've had experience with Copics, where you have to do layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer to get the color to pop, or you have to use super contrasty one. So when I got my Artist Loft set, it came with a blender. The blender does do a lot for giving it the more Copic feel. I prefer not to use blenders because every time I use blenders, it picks up the color, and even when it doesn't need to, and I know it's like straight alcohol on your paper, and I'm not a big fan of like having the colors picked up and then having to go back and blend it. I feel like I'm adding more layers than I have to, so I try to stay away from them. Now on the Prismacolor side, I had originally picked out markers that had looked similar to my Artist Loft, and I was just like, this is not the color. This is not the color whatsoever. These are not the colors I need to be using. So I had to go back, find new markers, and redo it. So that's what you're witnessed right here. And as I did this, I left the recording on so you guys can see a little time skip. Percentage off sale. I literally got 72 markers, which is as much markers as I have for my Prismacolor, for around $100. This is what using coupons and them having percentages and whatnot. I have gotten Prismacolor on sale before on clearance. And for each individual marker, I believe that Artist Loft is only about $4 a marker, while Prismacolor is going to run you about $6 to $7, depending on where you get it and what size you get it in. Because apparently now they have the thin Prismacolors, and I'm just like, no thank you. So this is with the blender. And as you can see with the blender, you do get a more flowy, like it's even more flowy than before. It's even closer to Copic than before. So it's a very nice, smooth transitioning marker. You can use this marker on top, you can use this marker on the bottom, and it does its job. It does what a blender is supposed to do. And then we move on to the Prismacolor. Ugh. As I said, I have issues with Prismacolor, so I'm going to leave you guys here so you can just see all the swatches I do. Alright guys, around here is where I take the gray marker. Now I made sure the gray marker were both neutral number 5s. And there is a stark difference between the neutral 5 for Prismacolor and the neutral 5 for the Artist Loft. The Prismacolor stands out so harshly against itself that when I want it to do a kind of value shadow effect or shading effect, it's a tad bit difficult. While with the Artist Loft, it's on the extreme other end of this, where it's very light, where it's very much hiding in there, that I had to do a few layers of it. And I prefer it being lighter than it being darker, just because it makes blending a whole lot easier. It does not take away from the color itself. Like, you could tell on the Prismacolor that is gray. You could tell that, yeah, I added a gray to this. While the number 5, like, yeah, you could see that gray was used, but it kind of molds in and picks up the color. Now here I'm just moving into my line art. I use micron liners. I love them. I get them whenever I could get them. And from here, I'm just going to let you guys watch. I do the artist loft first, and then I go and do the Prismacolor. I do label it on top, and you guys could just see the process, so enjoy. personally, I like the Artist Loft way more than the Prismacolor. I think the Artist Loft is a bit more superior when it comes to color and blending, as I didn't really need to use the blender. And also the gray worked really well in creating different types of values. While in the Prismacolor, to get that gray to not be so standoffish, I had to use the blender multiple times. I had to go back and reapply more layers, more shades. Even though I tried to keep the layering the same, it just wasn't working out that way. So overall, I think the Artist Loft won. Why don't you guys let me know which one you preferred? I prefer big bold colors, so that's just me. So have a good day, guys.